Okay, it's a very important and very good question, and but the answer, of course, is a little complicated. By Wahabism, we're referring to the distinctive strain of the religion associated particularly with the Persian Gulf and more narrowly with Saudi Arabia. I mean, I'll risk possibly offending a few people by just describing it kind of bluntly. I raise the possibility of offending people because, for example, many Saudis refuse to acknowledge the existence of Wahhabism. So if you bring it up, they're immediately offended. No such thing exists. There aren't different strains of Islam. There is one true Islam, and anyone who says otherwise, you know, may be a blasphemer or doesn't know what they're talking about. I think many Muslims, and certainly many non-Muslims, see Wahhabism as a relatively intolerant, insular approach to the religion. They have certain precepts that they follow. They're very impatient with and generally reject other Muslims who view the religion differently or have had different experiences. A perspective that is powerfully anti-Western and anti-assimilation with secular society, and given to a view of the world in terms of a clash between Islam and non-Islam. I don't think it is the sole source of radicalism, not at all. There are many other movements. The whole body of thought that flows from the Muslim Brotherhood and a more modernist, highly politicized Islam. Many Wahhabis are actually not that political. But I do think that these strains have come together in this country as they've come together elsewhere, and are a source of are definitely a source of concern. And they take several forms. I mean, and I think most Muslims in this country are familiar with those forms. In many mosques, the literature, well, even if the mosque is a relatively modern institution, the literature, if it's come from Saudi Arabia, will have footnotes or language inserted in brackets that tends to nudge the writing, whether it's the Quran itself or Hadith or other writing, in a kind of belligerent, bellicose, us versus them, the believers versus the infidels direction. And while someone who believes that stuff it doesn't mean that they're violent, it doesn't, let alone that they're terrorists, they're going to do something tomorrow, I think it's a troubling ideology.